Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming back to watch this Get Ready with me. I'm about to show you how I use the staple palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This is how it came when I ordered it. It came out March 31st and I got it about a week and a half later. I also happened to order 2 glitters, one in the color Blushing and another in the color Mermaid Water. It comes packaged very well, very securely. The glitters come individually packaged and they're pressed glitters, which are very convenient. I've tried these glitters and they are absolutely amazing. I love them. Now for the moment of truth, opening up the staple palette. Isn't it beautiful? You get 2 very shimmery metallic shades and a highlight shade, and then the rest are mattes. I absolutely love it. And now I'm going to show you a hair update. For the entire winter season, I had my hair under protective styles, under wigs, in buns, in braids, you name it, my hair was protected. So I relaxed my hair on April 1st and I flat ironed it, and this is how it's looking. My ends always end up being uneven. I am still relaxed, so yeah, but anyway, I put my hair up in flexi rods and now we're going to start the makeup look. I've already primed my face and I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Deep. And I like to put the concealer around my eyebrows, on my nose, and around my lips because I noticed in the past, a long time ago, whenever I took pictures, sometimes there would be a discrepancy around those areas. And my nose tends to lose foundation very quickly, so I just put an extra layer of pigment as insurance. Now I'm going in and starting with my brows. I'm using the Ardell brow pencil. I interchangeably use blonde, medium brown, or dark brown. It doesn't really matter because I go over it with brow powder anyway. And I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. And I'm going to go in with a powder, brow powder of my choice. Lately, I've been loving the Wet n Wild brow palette. I'm going to clean up my brows with Tarte Shape Tape in medium. And I like using a brush with a flat edge so that I can really carve out the brows. And I don't tweeze or wax my brows. Using this technique, my brows look clean and put together even if I have a couple of stray hairs. I'll usually use a brow razor to get rid of stray hairs, but if not, this concealer does the trick. My eyes have already been primed with an eyelid primer previously. I'm just setting it with a translucent powder. You can also use a cream colored powder. And then I'm going to go in with the shade WCW from the Staple palette using a Real Techniques blending brush. WCW is said to be a very good transition shade, and I agree. I love it, and it's blending out so easily, so buttery. Now I'm taking the shade Hashtag. It's that orangey, browny, mustardy color I pointed to. And I'm going to go into the crease and the outer V with that color. Taking my blending brush from Target. For a seamless eyeshadow look, you have to blend, blend, blend until your hands literally fall off. I'm going in with a clean blending brush and going over the edge of that crease work that I have between the brow bone color and the crease color to make everything seamless. Now I'm taking the shade Ride or Die and I'm further deepening the crease and the outer V to continue to add dimension. I actually spent a lot of time on this eye look. I was actually physically exhausted by the time I was done with this eye look. So it does take a lot of effort, but I think it's worth it, especially if you love makeup and you're trying to look good for an event, which I was. Now we're gonna go in with another eyeshadow color. That shade is called Adorbs. Don't you just love all of the names in this palette? So on trend, so right now, I love it. Anyway, going in with that same Target brush and adding that color to the outer V of the eye because this is a rose gold look, so we want to put some pinky shades, some red shades in there to add to that warmth. I'm taking my NYX glitter glue and I'm going to use it as a base to really make the eyeshadow that I'm going to put there pop. I'm going in with the shade Follow Me, a beautiful rose gold metallic shade, and taking a Real Techniques eyeshadow shader brush, we're applying that over the area of the NYX glitter base. The pigment really speaks for itself. This video was filmed in natural light and I haven't even sprayed my brush with Fix Plus or anything like that. I could have applied this to the lid without using the NYX glitter base, but I just wanted some extra insurance for the shadow. But these shadows have a beautiful formulation and are very, very pigmented. I think this palette is worth your money. It retailed for about $54, I think, and it releases every Friday. So check out Give Me Glow Cosmetics on Instagram. They also have a website, givemeglowcosmetics.com. Now I'm taking the shade WCW again, and I'm just going to blend out the crease area because some harsh lines are forming. Just want everything to look nice and smooth. And after I'm done doing that, I'll go back in with my Target crease brush and work on the outer V and the crease and add more definition there if I feel that it's needed. I usually always go with a black liquid liner for all of my makeup looks, but I wanted a smokier lash line, so I'm using the shade Dark As My Soul, and I'm taking a Real Techniques angled brush and mimicking the shape of an angled liner really, but what I'm going to do is blend it out with a Morphe pencil brush and start that smoked out wing effect. As you're blending your life away, the shadow colors are going to fade. So I'm taking the lid color Follow Me. I sprayed my brush with some Fix Plus just to embolden the color even more, and reapplying it to my lid to make sure that it pops. I want that to be the focal point of my look. And then once I apply the lid color, I have to again touch up the crease. So it's a lot of back and forth blending. I thought my lash line wasn't dark enough, so I took this Marc Jacobs pencil that I actually received as a sample from Sephora. I don't even remember when. And I'm just darkening the lash line a little bit more. And then I'm taking that angled brush again with the shade Dark as My Soul and going over it. Then I'm going to go in with the shade TBT. It's a very rich, almost pumpkin shade, a burnt orange pumpkin shade, and I wanted that smokiness to have more dimension. So that's why I took the TBT to blend in with the Dark as My Soul. Good old Fix Plus, what would I do without you? Using it to further intensify the shade Dark as My Soul, using that angled brush again, and just going in to make that lash line smoky. That was a lot of work. Okay, so we're gonna sweep away the fallout we've got, and I'm gonna go in with my favorite Ride or Die Holy Grail foundation, Estée Lauder Double Wear. I'm obviously running out as I'm looking into the bottle for remnants, but I just went and started digging in the bottle with this random eyeshadow brush. So yeah, I'm slathering that all over my face. I love this foundation. It's the absolute best for my oily skin. It lasts throughout anything. It lasts all day. I don't have to retouch, and I'm actually going to layer it with another formulation of Estee Lauder Double Wear in the total cover or maximum cover. Yeah, there you go. So squirting that all over my face and going in with this Real Techniques beauty sponge and blending that all out. Best concealer ever, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm using two shades. This one is medium, and then I'm going to use a lighter shade called Light Medium Honey. The medium on its own is okay, but the light medium honey just adds a kick to the look to make your face look a bit more dimensional, a bit more popping. Very important step, make sure to blend out the lines of demarcation between your highlighted areas and the rest of your face with the side of the beauty sponge that has a bit more foundation on it. Just make it look more seamless and normal. I really love highlighting and contouring. It really brings your face to life. Anybody who doesn't highlight and contour, cool, good for you, but I'm going to continue to do it. Anywho, I'm taking the AJ Crimson Dual Skin Foundation in the shade 6.5, and I'm carving out my cheekbones and defining my nose. I'm going to take a Real Techniques beauty sponge and blend that up. Remember, you want your cheekbones to look higher, so you're going to blend up and not down. We're not going for a beard here. And then later, I'm going to take a smaller beauty sponge and blend out the lines on my nose. I'm making sure my nose highlight really stands out by going back in with that Tarte Shape Tape and just bringing some light back to that area after blending. And now I'm using ColourPop Churro Super Shock Cheek Highlighter, and I love this highlighter. It's my absolute fave. I just can't even describe it. Do you see it there in the lower right hand corner? Okay, it's gone, but it's beautiful. Alrighty, and now I'm using the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in Do Not Disturb. It's a beautiful warm gold bronze highlighter, and I like to use it to warm up my face kind of as a bronzer, and it really marries your contour to the highlight very smoothly. Remember that game Patty Cake Bakers, man? Put it in the oven as fast as you can. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I am making sure that this foundation that I've spent time on lasts by baking it with powder. Just checking out myself, and I'll see you in a little bit. I'm back. We're brushing away that powder after it's sat on our face for a little bit. Using a face powder close to my overall complexion, I'm setting the rest of my face. Because I have oily skin, powder is my friend. If you have dry skin, maybe you don't need to use as much powder as I do. You probably don't have to bake, but making sure that I set all of these cream products with powder ensures that my face won't be slipping and sliding off when I least expect it. I also like to go back with a powder contour and set the areas that I cream contour. This is great for special occasion makeup where you need your face to stay in place all day, and also if you're going to be photographed, because that flash penetrates all of your makeup and can make you look washed out, but taking these extra steps ensures that you don't look washed out and you don't get played by the camera. So now taking the Black Radiance blush in Toasted Almond, and now I'm working on my lash line again, just making the lower lash line a bit smoky to finish out the whole eye look. And I'm using an assortment of the shades that I used earlier from the Staple palette. This step is optional, but I'm taking a foundation powder that's the same shade as my highlighted areas, and I'm just setting that area again. I wanted to bring it out more, and this also adds more insurance if you have oily skin and you don't want that oil to break through. But I mostly did this because I thought my face was still looking a bit flat. Again, optional. Using the shade Highlight from the Staple palette to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, and using the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. I'm using the same trick where I put the highlighter over my face after I've sprayed it, and I'm using the City Colors Timeless Beauty palette. I use the middle rose gold shade there, and I wait until my face is almost dry but still has a bit of dampness to it, and just taking this Makeup Artist Academy fan brush and brushing this over the high points of my face. Thanks so much for watching. I actually had to finish the rest of this look off camera because I was running late, and so I added lashes. I of course added my lip color, and I took the flexi rods out.